I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. I am joined today by, a person from the Art of Gaby. Gaby, hi.
Hello.
Hey, thanks so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Well, thank you for having me. And hello, everyone. My name is Art of Gaby, your local fairy VTuber artist. And we're here to have a good time. So thank you for having me again.
Absolutely. So, how big is art to you, obviously?
My entire life, honestly.
Really?
um, yeah, ever since I was able to pick up a crayon, I was like, yep, this is the thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put all my skill points into this.
So you were the kid on The Sims that we locked in the room and just had paint all day and make money off of
Yeah, I was the kid in class when the teacher announced, "Oh, we're doing an art project." Everyone turned around and looked at me. I was like, "Oh, well,
them.
I guess I'm the chosen one today."
Everybody wants to be your partner today.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so what type of art are you doing? Are you in one particular genre, or do you do different ones?
Well, I mostly do any type, whichever my heart feels like, but currently I mostly do a lot of VTuber art. So
Mm.
anything that any VTuber wants me to draw, I'm like coming right up. So
Oh, wow, cool. Are you
Mhm.
taking commissions for it?
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that's I've been very fortunate to be able to do that for most of my full time. So I'm really excited to be able to do that.
That's
So
cool. That
it's
that not only do you get to do what you and obviously love doing, but you
mhm.
also get to kind of, live off of it.
Yeah, it's such a blessing.
Yeah.
I'm so honored. Like you tell me I can get to draw like pretty people all day. Like this is great.
So when did you taken any classes, or are you completely self-taught?
I was very fortunate that my parents were very encouraging of my art interests.
Mm,
So I've been to a few like classes and stuff, and I've been to university for it. So I
mm.
have an associate's in arts.
Oh,
So
cool.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate they support me in this endeavor of mine.
So I gotta ask you, because ask all artists this.
Mhm.
When you did go to the art classes and then to university for it,
Mhm.
did you s- did they try to break you down first before building you up, or did they accept your talent as you already had it?
Um, I was very fortunate that I went in with the understanding that I'm there to learn about the fundamentals, and
Hmm.
then my personal art is outside of this space, you
Mm.
know? I was very fortunate to have a teacher uh when I was in schooling, like in high school and stuff, that he was very by the you leave your style at the door. You can include it on certain projects that require more creativity, but we're here to learn technical skill.
Ah.
So from a very young age, I was like, okay, like, yes, I may not like having to draw like these bones over and over again, but I also understand that it's for learning anatomy and a bunch of other things. So I was very fortunate to kind of grasp that very easily. But it's true. If some people don't go into university or an art school with that understanding, it could be very hard to not want to not give up
Mm.
your art style for it, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. It would spark a bit of a rebellion in you, one way or the other,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and and,
'Cause
and
sorry,
no,
go
no, no, it's
ahead.
fine. And a little bit of conflict between yourself and the instructors. That's
Mhm,
I've heard some folks that eventually just couldn't deal with it and dropped out because
mhm.
not only did they have, well, a lot of them were drawing in the anime style and
Yeah.
and were okay going in, but they were being kind of shoehorned, and when you put Play-Doh in the thing and it comes out a certain shape. um
Oh, 100%. I've
yeah,
seen a lot of classmates go through that.
yeah, and they weren't very happy with it. And I your take is very refreshing on it, because while
Mhm.
you did not give up anything, you just set it aside and worked on the basics. And were you able to take some of those basics and incorporate it into your style?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I always look at my art before taking these classes and I look at it afterwards, and it's like, as much as I hate to say it, my art did improve in some certain ways. uh, I think what's hard is that a lot of people kind of have an idea going into art university thinking that it's a great place to express yourself, and it's like, well, you're coming here to learn something, and a lot of professors and teachers don't really lead with a kindness,
Right.
which for a lot of people it's hard to deal with, and it's always not the best.
Yeah.
But
But
I
the
was very lucky
movies
to adapt to it.
but the movies say they'll just accept my stuff and teach it to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I was very fortunate to have, some nice teachers to kind of keep me going.
Yeah.
And they were, interested in both helping with my personal art and also the art required for class. But definitely, it's a very big hit or miss. It's either, they're very sweet and understanding, or they're very to the rule book. So,
Oh man.
yeah.
I tell the story all the time when I was I mean, I'm not a very good artist in any stretch of the imagination. Couldn't barely draw a stick figure without getting hit by lightning. But
Oh my.
yeah, yeah, I have like city regulations against me drawing things. Um, the When I was young in grade school, I turned
Mhm.
in a project that I had worked very hard on, a clay project,
Mhm.
and got an F.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm like, did I not do the project? And she's like,
Yeah.
she wouldn't really give me an explanation for it. I'm like, well, that seems like a more of a taste thing than a actual helping me learn
Oh
what to do
yeah.
with it. She wasn't very good.
I'm sorry you went through that.
Yeah,
I'm a very strong believer that if you don't like something, you have to suggest something to fix it.
yeah, she
Like
didn't. She had,
if you can't give a solution to a problem, then don't point it out, because at that point you're not much better than the issue itself. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. It is, and I was very upset, and I really wasn't very motivated at the time to do a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
But especially after that, I mean, it's like going up and giving a speech and getting an F for the speech. Did I not do a
Mhm.
speech? No, you did.
Like, I should at least get a D or something. I
Yeah,
did
so
it.
I don't even get credit for doing that. It's um
Mhm.
that's the sometimes you have instructors who can really just beat the life out of you.
Oh,
And
100%.
maybe they're not intending to, obviously, but sometimes
Mm.
they are another brick in the wall.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of people that they've not been very easy to cooperate with, and I'm someone that I like to keep working hard until, the person's satisfied with my work,
Yeah.
and there's certain points where you're like, "You know what? I just have to accept, like, kind of roll my eyes and accept that they're just it's either that they don't like me or it's some other issue that they bring into the classroom, you
Yeah.
know?"
Yeah. Sometimes it's all them.
Yes,
You're
it
too
is, you
y-
know?
you're too kind to say it, but I'm going to say it because I'm old. It's all them. Um, it's a them problem, not
It's
your.
me. I'm perfect. What do you
That's
mean? There's
right.
no issue with me. Not ever.
That's right. That's right. It's you mentioned that you like to work on something. Are you one of those
Mhm.
artists? And it seems like this is a vast majority who are never finished with what you've done.
I guess so.
Mm, mm,
Um, I've obviously have learned that I need to put the pencil down eventually,
yeah.
because especially doing commission work, it's like, as much as I would love to keep doing this for another like 3 months to really perfect it, at some point I have to put it down and realize, okay, it's done. Like, I need to stop and just hand it over. So
Yeah.
I would consider myself a decent person to knowing when things need to be done, but definitely with, like, let's say my VTuber model, I'm always like, the second I finish one, I'm like, time to do another one because I can do better. So,
It's always tough to turn that timer off when you have well, with a commission is one thing because usually there is a deadline, soft or hard deadline.
mm,
But on your own, you're left to your own devices all the way, and like, I could still, maybe the hand should
Mhm.
have 5 fingers instead of 3. That type of thing.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate though to learn the skill of sometimes you need to just put the pencil down and step away from the canvas
Mhm.
because sometimes you just keep working on stuff and then you realize once you stepped away, it's like, oh, the real problem is this. Like all this other stuff I was doing was just me trying to figure out what the problem was.
Yeah.
Like you sometimes need to come at it with a fresh set of eyes, as my teachers would say.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I remember
Mhm.
one. I believe it's an episode of Malcolm in the Middle when the first
Mhm.
came around, where the father, who was brilliant, um, has this big giant canvas, and he's got
Mhm.
he's going to make a masterpiece, his one masterpiece in life. And of course, everybody rolls their eyes at him, and they come back at times, and he's got it done, and somebody goes, "Oh, that's wonderful! Really good job." When they walk away, he gets this look on his face. He's like, I don't like it. So he starts over again, over again, over. And by the time it's done, it's just black, a black canvas.
Just a black canvas. I trust me. I've been there so many times where I just keep overworking it, and I look at it, I'm like, this looks like chicken shit. Like, what happened? Like,
Yeah, well, that's that could be up in some museums around the country. I don't know.
look, if you say it's from some big unknown mysterious artist, some billionaire will buy it, right?
That's right. This is a Picasso carrot I've nailed to the wall. He grew it himself. Um,
No, it's perfect. I just say it's a Banksy.
you can tell by it's only got one eye on it. So
Mhm.
the my wife does a lot of artwork, and she
Oh.
she was working on some oil painting.
Oh,
And
that's amazing.
for folks out there, oil painting, there is no undo button for oil painting. Once it's on
Mm.
there, she be on there.
Oh,
And
100%.
I came home from work, and there were like 10, 11 of the same painting all over the living room. It just
Yeah, I tried my hand at oil painting once and I just couldn't do it.
mm,
It's a skill upon itself that takes a lot of time and dedication
oh,
and a lot of
it does.
patience.
It doesn't. And she wasn't doing this from, from a picture or something. She was all the everything was in her head as she was doing it.
Oh my.
So,
That's even harder.
yeah, and it turned out nice, but some of the paintings she'd worked on so much, it became a relief painting where there was
Mhm.
so much paint on it, you could feel it as you go across. There's like
Yeah.
one of those globes with the mountain ranges on it. You're like, whoa,
Oh,
extra textile there. Um, but
I
it's
know the feeling.
yeah. So what do you are you strictly a pad to paper on the canvas person, or do you use a lot of digital stuff too?
I'm mostly a digital artist. When I was younger, I used to be like only traditional,
Mm,
just pen to paper or painting, or I used to be very much like a marker person.
mm.
So
Oh
a lot
boy.
of alcohol markers and stuff.
Oh,
I it was really fun, but as time went on, it's a lot cheaper to draw on a digital canvas versus in real like actual paper.
yeah. The undo
So,
button is your friend when it comes to that
oh,
sort of thing.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
I use it a lot, even the little thumbnails I do. That is my extension of art. There is whatever comes in thumbnails. Um,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of times I'm like, no, no, undo, undo,
All the
undo.
time.
Yeah.
It's I swear to God, my poor like Control Z on my keyboard is more abused and loved than any other key I have.
There is no, the Z is completely worn off your keyboard, and
I'm
people
surprised it hasn't.
people
Like
people look at why is the A is fine, but the Z is worn off. What are you spelling?
exactly.
What are you spelling in your emails for crying out loud? Um, it's great to hear that you're able to express yourself like this. With
Mhm.
the was this your kind of input to becoming a VTuber? Was the ability to kind of show your artwork off?
Mhm.
Mm,
Oh, 100%.
mm,
I as someone who made like my own VTuber model and who has made every single one of my VTuber models on my own,
Yeah.
it's so nice to be able to express yourself in your own way and just keep really fine tune the details and really have that control over like all the decision making. It's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Folks, what you're seeing right now on your screen is, in fact, a Gaby, original Gaby.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
and I'm amazed at the details and stuff
Thank
to it.
you.
It's really it shows that not only to me anyway, and I'm no super art critic, I just know what I like, but it shows to me that not only do you enjoy doing it, but you kind of relish in the little bits too of
Oh yes.
getting it right. That's is that something that's always been with you, or have you developed that over time?
I've always loved the little details and things. I like when designs are very intentional
Hmm.
about stuff. It really shows a different it's a different way of showing who the person is in a different way than just me telling you like, "Oh, I'm a this," you know?
Yeah.
It shows my interest, my love for colors, my I love nature. I love like very like fantasy, historical based things. It's really just I don't know, it shows a different side of me that I love.
Yeah,
So,
when you chose this particular model, to
mhm.
do, did you put yourself out several different models and chose whichever one just kind of hit your fancy, or how did you do it?
I mean, in the beginning, well, to be fair, this one was my it's a newer model that I've designed. I used to go by a different look previously, I think like a year ago.
Hmm.
I used to look more like a traditional fairy, I guess, like wings on the back, just like normal skin color and everything.
Right.
And it was me playing safe, I guess. I wanted it to be something that people could recognize very easily, like, oh, that's a fairy, very simple, but
Yeah.
uh this design kind of came to me one random night. I was like, you know what? What if I went like crazy go stupid with with my whole fairy aspect?
You should put that on a T-shirt. Crazy
Crazy go
goes
stupid.
crazy goes stupid art by Gabby.
I mean, that's how I go with most of my designs. I'm a big believer that I feel like a lot of people play very safe with their designs.
Hmm.
And they don't really kind of go all in an investment of like what a like design is.
Yeah.
I'll see like a mouse VTuber and yeah, they have the ears and the tail. Maybe if I'm lucky they have whiskers, but they don't really go all in on the kind of mouse look,
Hmm.
you know?
Right.
Or they don't really explore it in some like more innovative way,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Oh, for you, that that tells me that you're pretty unfettered when it comes to whatever you're doing on the canvas or on the computer. Um,
Mhm.
how do you adapt that to when somebody is asking for a commission?
Well,
Because now you're on somebody else's time and working with somebody else's vision.
for me, I am always very gentle when working with other people's design. It's someone's heart and soul
Mm.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I will always be happy to give suggestions and kind of help them push it a little bit more. Because I feel like a lot of people have really cool ideas, but they're just nervous to really explore it.
Mm.
They think, oh, it's too much or it's too complicated. And it's like, no, no, no. Like you're heading in a really, really cool direction. Let's fine tune it, and really build upon it.
Mm.
But if someone is really like, nope, I'm happy with this one. This is my heart and joy. I'm not going to dampen someone's parade because I have a really, really cool idea
Mm.
that I like. You know.
Yeah.
So.
It's tough for some people to rein in that ego, though.
Mhm.
I know
Oh,
better than
100%.
them. They need to have this color in that. No, it's my favorite color. It's the first color I saw when I was born. That type of thing. Uh,
100%. And that's
yeah.
why I'm very gentle with it and everything. I'm never like too pressing on ideas or anything like that. I'll slide it by you, be like a piece of paper, be like, we could do something like this, and you're just like, no. I'm like, okay.
All
I bring it back
right.
now.
Just grind your teeth a little bit. Okay, we'll do it that way.
Usually I just kind of save it, and I'm really happy and lucky to have lots of friends and clients who do like my more interesting designs, so they're always
Yeah,
open to ideas and stuff, which is
yeah,
awesome.
that's them.
I've
Well,
had too many people be like, "Hard no, this is not it." Like I've had people be like, "Oh, I like it, but let's like put it like this maybe." I'm like, "That's perfect.
yeah, yeah.
I'm happy with this."
That's the difference between getting a human being who cares about what they're doing and caring about what the person who's
Mm.
requesting wants, and the dreaded two-letter word.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
it's, I mean, if you're wanting something that's specific along a specific amount of lines, it doesn't have any humanity involved in it,
Mhm.
you can do that. And pretend that somebody did that for you. But there's something else in the artwork that done by a real person doing it, and you just have that feeling that the other
Mm.
person tapped into what you really wanted.
Oh,
Um,
100%.
yeah, there's so
There's something beautiful about, like, as an artist talking to a client, and you kind of get into this flow state of, like, sending ideas back to each other and just agreeing and just getting on the same wavelength.
uh
It's such like a it reminds me how beautiful, like, art is when it comes to humanity
mm,
and just why I do this as a job because, like, it brings me more happiness to see someone so happy and us being on the same idea,
mhm.
more than anything in the world.
Yeah. Oh, it absolutely is. Imagine. I always like put this up. Imagine somebody
Mm,
putting something into an AI and coming up with like something that Salvador Dali did. You know,
mhm,
ants and melting clocks and all that stuff up there. People would be
mm.
like, "Oh, the AI screwed up."
Like, this isn't what I asked for, what is this?
Nobody asks for this. but
Mhm,
but here we know that of course he did not do it. He probably be the one of the one of the more anti AI people around if he was still around.
of
And
course.
we can look at it and realize that this came from a guy who has one of the more creative minds that ever lived,
Mhm.
um, and was not afraid to use it. uh,
Yeah, 100%. I
and,
feel like what's difference between quote unquote an AI making a mistake, like in like quote unquotes versus like a human making a mistake,
mhm.
is that there's a sense of humanity in it, and there's usually a form of purpose, and it's showing something more deeper than just oopsie, I made a mistake.
Oh yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah. Sometimes the mistakes are, or you can use them, and it comes out.
Mhm.
But I did, and I have used AI in the past
Mhm.
to try and break
Mhm.
them. I tried to, just give them garbage in. The old 1980s phrase for computers was GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. And
Oh my goodness.
that's what I try to do. I give them this absolute ridiculous things, and they come out with this most disgusting looking things.
Yeah, like it's something, and it's all kind of like very ruined. Like there was a
Oh,
moment, I think it's still an issue now, where there's always like a vague yellow tint to
mhm.
a lot of like AI images because so many people like sadly fed like Studio Ghibli work into it.
Yes.
And like Studio Ghibli, like Miyazaki's art style, the reason why it's so yellow is because he wants to have that warmth and that comfort that, comes with childhood, which is a lot of the his movies are about, you
Hmm.
know?
Right.
Now it just kind of tainted everything in like those specific like AI bots, and it's just very interesting.
See, it's they're only going to use what you give it, and
Exactly.
they're never going to be original, and that's just the way it is. Now, I'm not
Mhm.
going to speak for the next 5 generations because it's going to get tougher and tougher to figure out because people program
Mhm.
better. That's all there is to it.
Mhm.
But the, I got to tell you, I put in a request to have it make a pig and a giraffe in a boxing match,
Mhm.
and what it came up with was one of the most disgusting looking things I have ever. First of all, it eventually became just one animal.
Oh my goodness.
sharing two bodies.
Oh god.
Yeah, and it was one of the more disturbing things I've ever seen.
I would imagine. Like again, like it just boggles me why people would think that it's a suitable replacement for like human made art. It
No,
really like bewilders me.
yeah, it is. It just was. Now, would you think that if they would have introduced it as
Mm.
a tool rather than the end be all end all, do you think it would be better accepted?
I For me personally, it's hard because like the whole like thing with AI is that it was made on the foundation of stolen artwork that wasn't given with consent
Right.
at all, and it uses so many resources like that we just don't have at all.
Yeah.
Like it requires so much energy and there's so much water pollution. Like I'm not an expert on any of this. Like obviously take everything I say with a grain of salt. There's hundreds and thousands of people that probably could give you the exact numbers and all those things. But from what
Yeah.
I understand, it uses a lot of resources that, especially what's going on, could be very just resources we don't have to expend.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where, like, again, with the whole stolen art and everything that was kind of taken without asking, it's very hard to not. It's a kind of like already built on a bad foundation.
Right.
So it's one of those things where, like, no matter how it was introduced, it's kind of like, well, you kind of started like on the bad foot already.
Mm,
Like it's hard for me to support that, you know?
yeah. Maybe if they'd come up with, you know, gotten signed
Mhm.
okays from everybody they took from, that's a little
Mhm.
different again. Anyway, you at least get it for if you're just absolutely stuck, and then you can just run a couple things through there and see what comes up, and not just print it out and say it's yours.
Mhm.
That's one thing. I have that same problem with the voice AI,
Oh,
which
100%.
which is so terrible. It's
It is.
absolutely
It's
awful.
really sad that a lot of people, you know, they don't also kind of fight with the whole like taking like of the voice AI.
Yeah.
It's just as bad, but it's hard to claim a voice a
Mm.
lot of the time, which really sucks because I feel
Yeah.
like they should be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, unless it's very obvious. I mean,
Mhm.
if say someone was silly enough to use mine and
Mhm.
say that it was Eric Loy saying these things,
Mhm.
first of all, nobody paid me. All you have to do is give me a used cheese sandwich, and I'd probably do it for free. It's not that tough. Um,
Mhm.
but it's now you're putting words in somebody's mouth and saying it's
Mhm.
theirs, and that's where you really there's that new website out that's got all these people's voices in it, and I'm like, oh
Mhm.
man, that's just hard to take.
It's very upsetting,
Yeah.
especially for like my partner. He's looking to be in voice acting and stuff, and I have a lot of friends that work in that industry, and
Mhm.
it's like, you work so hard to really make a name for yourself and be able to develop a skill that is either like imitating voices or just trying to create some new types of voices for characters and really understand who they are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And for it to be just taken away from you is not fair,
yeah,
especially with all the other, BS that they deal with in
yeah.
in the animation industry and voice acting industry to
Oh,
begin with.
absolutely. Now we've got the technology to do it from home,
Mhm.
but it also paralleled the technology to not have any human beings doing it at all.
Mhm.
Uh, so we've got all these talented voices out there that are sitting at home with a good system and a nice padded room. They can go in and do whatever voice you want, but we're not using it
Mhm.
because we're saving 25 cents by doing the AI stuff. It's
Yeah, that's why I try my best to um be careful where I spend my money when it
mm,
comes to supporting like, shows and everything like that.
yeah,
Cuz at the end of the day like, you know, our dollars what's the most impactful.
Hmm.
So, because that's what they want. They want our money, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's just always what I try my best to doing, and it sucks, but you just had to try to support the little guys that still don't use AI and all those amazing things.
Yeah, and you don't get to lie about it either, folks.
Oh no.
It's because that's that.
I think that's debatably worse lying about it.
I don't think
Like
it's even debatable. I think it's absolutely worse.
it
Uh,
is absolutely like it is 100% because I hate when it happens to me or my partner. He gets really excited about a game, he gets into it, and then a week later it's like somebody found out they used AI and this which way, and it's just like,
yeah, yeah.
well, I was just getting invested in this. Like now I have to stop playing,
Well, if
or I already spent money. Like this sucks.
yeah, I mean, if it's one thing if somebody says, "Yeah, we used AI in this game. Here is the game,"
Hmm.
and then you make the choice. Do you want to play this game anyway because it's a fun game, but you know
Hmm.
it's an AI thing and you're knowingly doing it, or are they marketing it as non-AI, no AI, an AI uh, part of the game whatsoever, and then you buy it, but you wouldn't have bought it if you had AI in it. That's bait and
Exactly.
switch, and that should
It's
be it.
just taking my like autonomy away from me
Yeah,
in
exactly,
a weird way.
exactly. I mean, and I I don't have a whole lot of skin in the game, with it,
Mhm.
but it's it just riles me now that we've got so many people being able to show their talents,
Mhm.
with your artwork and your partners being able to go on and do things. I've interviewed people who have gotten voice acting parts by a
Mhm.
blind audition that were really good and from their home.
Mhm.
I'm thinking this is great, and then you're like, well, but then in 2 weeks they were replaced by an AI.
Yeah, it sucks. Like I think that happened to I don't remember which game it was, but it happened to some voice actors where they were brought in and to record like a certain amount of lines, and
Mhm.
then later they found out that the company was using the lines that they recorded to train an AI so they wouldn't have to be hired from that company
Yeah,
again. And it's like,
isn't that nice?
ugh, like,
Yeah,
oh, thanks. I wouldn't have done this if I knew. I
yeah,
mean, I don't know. I don't speak for them, obviously, but
yeah,
if
yeah,
it was me, I would be like, I wouldn't have signed that contract if I knew you were doing this.
yeah. Make sure you look on the fine print of your contract.
Yes,
You don't
make
want to
sure you get a lawyer or something. I
you don't
don't
want
know
to be
what legal
signing
talk it is.
away your right to use your own voice in these types of things.
Hmm.
And then to hear the actual AI dialogue in a game is laughably bad. It just
Oh, yeah. It's horrible. I've seen a few games. I'm like, oh god, and y'all are okay with this? Like this is enjoyable?
yeah, but I would rather hear the old Commodore 64 fake voices than to come up with this. You can't really call old Commodore 64 stuff as AI because there wasn't any I. It's just A.
Exactly. It was just all they. I know. That's. I would rather hear Siri speak all these dialogue lines than whatever BS is on here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, have you got any big art projects coming up?
Um, currently, let me think. I'm trying to think of some. I do have one that I'm doing right now, which
Mm,
is sadly about to end, but it was really fun while I was doing it.
mm.
I was doing this fun series called Redesigning Common VTuber Concepts,
Oh.
and essentially what it was I kind of see it every couple months on Twitter and on like VTuber sphere anyway,
Hmm.
where there's always somebody that's like, "Oh, you copied me because we're both Fox VTubers,"
Hmm.
or there's no like interesting designs anymore. Like there's nothing original anymore,
Right.
and I'm just sitting here like, I don't see anybody that looks like me. Like, what's going on here? Like, obviously this is not true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take upon myself to try to make a unique design that I haven't seen anyone make before, and just kind of show that obviously I'm not the most beautiful, amazing designer in the world.
You're in the
But
top two though.
oh, thank you. Oh yes, I am second place.
Two out of
But I
eight
wanted to
billion.
show. Hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. But go ahead with what you were saying
Yeah,
about doing it.
I wanted to just show everyone that like no matter what like theme you want to be, you can always make something interesting.
Mm.
and just really kind of go ham on it, even if it's just like as common as a white hair fox girl VTuber.
Yeah, 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 or
Hmm.
a cat fox or a fox cat.
Yeah.
That and one of the things I've noticed about models, VTuber
Mm,
models over all this time is that so many times um they are trying to recreate themselves, take what they feel as their spirit is, and
mm,
put that into play as a figure, as a
mm.
model. Um,
Yeah,
and and I see two models that are similar, and I'm like, okay, well they're similar. I'm not gonna
of
go
course.
ham on it, but these are both people who just felt the same.
Exactly.
But I mean, we do have some folks who are doing it intentionally, obviously.
Mm.
Maybe some people doing a certain whale VTuber over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah,
Uh,
I I'm always just like, if it's most of the time it's not done maliciously. And I feel like it's just people falling prey to them scrolling on Pinterest and finding the same like 5 images that they like
mhm.
and just using it as inspiration. And there's only like so many variations you can do of the same 5 images, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, absolutely.
Uh
But
and that's what I mean, like, I wish people went more, as I said earlier, like, go crazy, go stupid on on the design, because it's a skill to design something. It takes a lot of thought and intentionality with it
yeah,
to
yeah,
really make it something special and unique.
and it takes a talent and a vision to bring it to life,
Mm,
which is where you come in.
100%.
It, yeah.
Yes.
You have all the
That's where
talent
I
and the
come
vision.
in
Yes,
to help hone it in a
yeah.
bit more.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, if I if I needed to do a model for some reason, I would go
Mm,
to you are one of the folks I've interviewed in the past because you guys know what you're doing. I don't.
I thank you.
I wouldn't. I'm like I try to stay as hidden as possible.
I know the feeling. Trust me. That's why I use a VTuber model. I surprisingly, I'm someone very expressive in real life, and I use my hands a lot to talk.
Hmm.
But I like being not in front of the camera. I get
Yeah,
very shy, so the
yeah.
VTuber helps.
Well, that and I can actually hear you doing that as you talk because people don't realize that. But when you've got a microphone in your hand, or I use it in my hand, but the people put it on stands or whatever,
Mm,
and you still use your hands to express, that actually helps your voice um, subconsciously, and you can hear
mm.
somebody really getting into it because they're throwing their hands at the microphone as they talk.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah,
I'm very calm and collected right now, but on my streams when I'm oh, you can hear when when I'm freaked out over like a game or a subject matter we're talking about.
yeah.
You can really hear when I'm passionate about something.
So, what type of games do you play on stream?
Um, I honestly just play whatever my chat tells me to play. I consider myself a baby gamer
Yeah,
personally.
yeah,
I've always loved games, but I picked my one hobby, as my parents would say,
yeah,
and I was only able to get really into it outside of just like watching playthroughs on YouTube.
yeah.
Maybe like 2, 3 years ago. But I love a good like good story game, so like
Mm,
maybe like The Last of Us or something like that. I
mhm.
love a good horror game. I love a good raging game. Uh which is very different than how my VTuber looks.
You have to get a version that's got the blood splattered on it. No?
Trust me, my community, I keep joking with them that I'm gonna make like a like evil Gabby one day. And they keep asking me for it. I'm like, ah, fine.
It'll
I'll make
happen.
a super sad, dark version of myself
Yeah.
eventually.
And then you're like, oh wow, this is really good. I'm going to use it all the time.
I mean, yeah, but I kind of like this one too. I kind of built my whole brand about being the kind of cute pink one, and my friend of just all my friends are all like horror themed VTubers. So it's really funny when we're all in one call, like doing a stream, and you just see like, oh, black, green, dark colors, and it's just me, all white and pink.
No, okay. So I'm. My wife says I have no color, no idea about color whatsoever. Is it really pink, or is it an off shade of pink?
Um, it's technically pink. I mean, it's kind of like you have some like more cool toned pinks and then some like more warm toned pinks.
Yeah.
So I like gradients. So I use a lot of like different shades of pink all over my design. So
Yeah. Is it because
mhm.
for me it's like that's red. No, it's maroon.
Yeah, my partner's the same way.
Yeah.
He's like, that's just green. I'm like, no, honey, that's teal. He's like, that's just green. I'm like, no, it's aquamarine.
It's aquamarine through clenched teeth. You, you Philistine. How could you possibly criticize? Yeah. I'm like, no.
No, I just give him like a little like smack in the back of the head. Be like, come on, think a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. And the number of times my wife's done that over the past 18 years, it's like there's a handprint back there.
I know that it's fine. He gets enough love afterwards to make up for it.
Well, I mean, it's I when you have a partner that's so skilled in that, and I'm lucky enough where my wife has got all the art skill, whether it's singing to artwork. She's got all that to make up for all the lack that I have.
Mhm.
um, it's really tough sometimes to
Mhm.
be the right kind of supportive.
Oh, 100%.
It because I want to go out and get her the best stuff I can, and sometimes she doesn't need this, that, and the other thing, and she doesn't use it, and I'm like, why don't you use that thing I bought?
It's like I spent so much money on it. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
want you to use it because I got it for you.
Yes, use this. It's a set of charcoals. I hate charcoal. Use it. I bought it for you. You know.
Please
Yeah.
accept my love.
I'm being supportive.
I know my partner could probably say the same thing, and I've gotten into a habit to be like, "Hey, if you want to get me something, this is what I'm eyeing over here, but like you don't have to get it, you
Yeah.
know."
Well, yeah. It's like you don't have to
So
get it.
you don't have to,
And then
but
and
like I'll make you extra nice dinner
yeah, yeah. As soon
if
as you
you
say it, as soon
do.
as you say it that way, it goes right to the front of the list. Ping. You can hear the cash register like jing on the top of the head. Just jing.
100%. I could see in his face, he's like, oh, okay, okay. He just writes it down.
Just thinking, does she have a birthday coming up? They have. Is there an
Oh, hater's
anniversary? I was thinking,
birthday.
why are they bringing it up now?
Honestly, I never thought about that. When I think about it, it's like, wait, is she telling me this because there's something coming up? Like, what's going on here?
Oh well, yeah. I could tell as husbands and partners for a lot are doing the what did I do wrong is first. Like, oh, I done something bad. What did I miss? And then we go from there.
Well, I would hope he doesn't really assume that like go to the first like, oh, did I do something wrong? Because I'm pretty upfront when he makes a mistake.
Yeah,
I'm like, excuse me.
but
Call it my Latina side. I don't know, but
well, I mean, you got to admit it's pretty successful work, you know.
it
Yeah,
is. It really is.
yeah.
It helps get things done immediately.
That's right. That's right. So
Mm,
if I come to you with a commission,
mm,
I would like a painting of myself
mm,
sitting on a park bench.
mm.
What would you need from me to do that?
I probably would just like obviously ask if you have like, a design of yourself or a picture. If you want like a specific mood or vibe,
Mm,
and just any like references I could use that you feel is important, right?
mm, yeah.
And then as time goes, like, I would probably send pictures myself of like, oh, would you like something like this or that? Whether it's sketches or like some pictures I've saw like of people sitting on a bench, right?
Hmm.
It's like, are we trying to look sad and gloomy, or we're trying to look very like daydreamy, etc., etc.,
Mm.
and kind of go from there.
Yeah, we'll go for the half sad and gloomy, half really happy you just had pizza.
If that's the case, I'll just draw, you a little bit sad because there's no pizza left,
There you
but
go.
happy tummy.
I got to ask you this because I imagine it happens to everybody who does commissions. Has there been a time when someone just gave you too much stuff to deal with?
um 100% yes. I have, and I usually tell them like, oh, thank you, but can you send me like your top, like, enter number, like, let's say 5, right? You tell me your top 5 favorite pictures. 'Cause I feel like what happens is people get really interested in a lot of little things,
Hmm.
and it's like, let's start at the core, and then I can see how these pictures relate to it, and then we can kind of cut off the access that we don't really need,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. He's just trying to, okay, let's focus a little bit here.
Yeah, trust me. As when I was designing my partner's VTuber model, I asked him, okay, like, tell me your favorite things, and like whatever it's like characters, TV shows, like things you like in real life and stuff like that. And the 4 or 5 he gave me was like Power Rangers, trees, dinosaurs, and turtles. I was like, okay, I can
Well,
see how some of these relate, but like not we can't have everything in here, but
so basically, it's Groot wearing Power Ranger armor. That's what it is.
while riding a turtle, I guess.
And rest with the turtle mask on. That's how it works.
Yeah, but working with him has really helped me um kind of learn how to help someone hone down an idea.
Mm.
And now we have his, idea. He's like a, mythical like tree person, that's he's like the embodiment of the spirit of the forest, and
Ah,
he protects it and presides in it, you know?
yeah, yeah, and you were able to help conjure that vision out of him.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And don't worry, we included dinosaur stuff in there,
Yay! Well, I mean, if you're part of the forest, you probably were there for the dinosaurs. So
Oh, 100%.
yeah, so
100%.
yeah, it never ends. It doesn't. It always fascinates me. I'm trying to say that
Mhm.
how people come up with the design ideas. When did you
Mhm.
first do an art piece at somebody else's request?
Um, well, outside of just like, your parents being like, "Oh, can you draw me a flower?"
Yeah, that sort of thing.
But my first proper like someone asking me to draw them something was someone I moderated for maybe like 2020 or 2019. I was just getting kind of really into the Twitch space and everything, and I met some really lovely people that kind of like adopted me into their little like streamer family, and he wanted some emotes, and he was like, "You know what? I trust no one better than you."
Ah,
He used to call me like his little sister and stuff, and it was my first ever like, I guess, proper commission. I never like asked him to pay me, but he found a way to pay me. And it was kind of like my first time that someone ever like truly believed in me
mm,
to really make something worthwhile for them, you know?
yeah. I bet that was like a wind beneath the wings moment.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, he has his life now, and, he got married and has, is expecting, so he's been very busy. But, he was always such a big supporter of me, and as a streamer, as an artist, and as a person in general, and I probably if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't even be a VTuber right now, so.
That's cool. I mean, it's great to
Mhm.
have that sort of, that kind of inspirational moment, that transitional moment you can look back on. And
100%.
yeah. I also have to ask you this because I always ask all artists.
Hmm.
Are there games that you play that you immediately get turned off by the art style because you are an artist and you look at it and say,
Hmm.
I could have done better than it bothers you so much you just turn the game off.
I'm trying to think if there is one. I hmm, I'm trying to think. Not necessarily. There's games that like I probably don't really touch because not only is it like the gameplay's not really my style, but also the art style isn't
Hmm.
for me. Uh it's for a lot of it's like hmm I'm trying to think. I think it's like very much like Souls like games. I can very I guess it's the closest thing I could kind of say. It's not all Souls like, but some of them I'm like, it's just not really for me. I see
Hmm.
the appeal of it. I'm like, this is very well done, but
Hmm.
with the challenging gameplay plus the art style that doesn't really captivate me that much, I can be kind of turned off from it. Especially the
Yeah,
more so the older ones that really don't like really turn me off a
yeah.
bit.
But when you look at a game like an Undertale, maybe,
Mhm.
and of course that's a very specialized, different art style, and some would say
Mhm.
simpler. I would disagree with that actually, but it's certainly not the same as your, Genshin Impact type of stuff. But
Mhm.
in that style, that game would be really horrible.
Oh, 100%.
It's that cutesy part of it that makes the game. Are you able to does a game like that um, cause problems for you as an artist, or are you all in on it, something like that?
I haven't played Undertale yet,
Right.
but uh usually stuff like that doesn't really bother me too
Mm,
much. Like
yeah.
I think what bothers me more is when the art style kind of gets in the way of the game mechanics, I guess,
Mm,
or when it's advertised a different way.
mm.
So let's say like if Undertale was advertised the same way that Genshin Impact is, like completely different art style, and then I go into the game and it's like, where's the pretty models? Like,
Yeah.
why it's a pixel art?
Yeah.
That's what I mainly have an issue with. Like those mobile games that have like the cool 3D models on the
Yeah.
ads, and then you download it. It's like, well, this is all pixels.
Yeah. Yeah.
That discrepancy is kind of like what takes me out of it. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Just don't lie about it.
Don't yeah. Like if it's a pixel game, advertise it as a pixel game. Like there's no shame in it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think pixel art's beautiful.
Oh.
It's something I've tried my hand at it, and it's definitely a lot more time consuming than people realize.
Oh yeah. I mean, one of my favorite games of all time is going to be Stardew Valley. Um,
Really?
and in my computer that doesn't work, I have like 40 save files. Um, the the artwork on that is perfect for the gameplay,
Oh, 100%. Mhm.
and I can't imagine if it would gone through corporate what it would look like.
Oh god. Yeah, no, it would have looked completely different.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been a lot more like Stardew Valley is like it is pixel art, but it's so complex
Yeah.
in the way it's colored and it's a very specific style.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of that would have been washed out if for like cheaper, less detailed artwork
Yeah.
than it is now, you
Yeah.
know?
Now I do see some people modding it to make it look, differently and pretty good, which
Mhm.
is great for the independent person who put it together because
Yeah.
they've allowed people to do that.
Mhm.
And they've really figured out their audience, which is something that people need to do
Mhm.
too. Um,
Mhm.
for your audience, do you think you
Mhm.
figured out your audience now? Who you're appealing to?
I I feel like I have two different crowds when it comes to my audience.
Mm-hmm.
I have the one side that's like very into very cutesy kind of pink stuff, you know? So like I could say like on my Twitter I have a lot of like more of a feminine audience,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not saying I don't have any guys in my audience. I do. Uh that they're there for my cute art pieces and stuff like that and you just it's so cute and like adorable.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to like my streams and stuff, it's a lot more varied. I have a lot of people from different walks of life. Like I have some people who are, my age or younger, who are beginner artists or intermediate, and they're just coming in because one they like my VTuber model, but also they really like my art and they come to me for advice and just kind of learning as they watch me. And I have another subgroup of people who I've noticed tend to be a bit more masculine,
Hmm.
leaning, and a little bit older,
Hmm.
that kind of just like talking to me and kind of watching the process, but they mostly just like having someone to talk to.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh,
true. I
that's very chill and relaxed and everything, but also like, how do I say this? I wouldn't say I know a lot about of like old music or older like past trends, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
from like the 80s or 90s or whatever. I know a little bit of it, enough to like kind of hold a conversation, but not you know, talk deeply about it.
Yeah.
But it's I think they just like that it's someone that's a bit younger to talk about those things, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I think so. Being an old man
Mm.
myself, I've enjoyed talking with you the whole time.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
and unfortunately, I got to wrap things up a little bit because we're coming up to the
Oh,
end. But well, I could go on with you for a long, long time. It's very
oh,
easy to
thank
talk
you.
with you, and your voice is right there with it too. It's really, I can see why you've got the folks coming back like you do, and
Oh, thank
obviously,
you.
your talents bring them back too with the artwork, and we'll have all the links in the description for the video. Um,
Mhm.
check out uh, Gabby and the artwork, and
Thank you.
throw a couple of dollars that way and get something good.
Oh
Uh,
my goodness.
that's
Oh
my
my
version.
goodness.
That's my new version of commercials. Give them money.
It's like, yes, give me money so I can be silly and get more silly things for stream.
We got art. Give us money. Yes.
100%.
Thank you so much for coming on. Just a pleasure to hear someone who not only is talented in what they're doing, but enjoys what they're doing. It's very
Thank
obvious you
you.
do.
And
Hopefully
thank
we'll
you for
talk.
having me. So
Hopefully
nice
we'll.
talking to you.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll talk again soon.
I hope so too.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.